So the placenta secretes HCG, HPL, estrogen and progesterone hormones. Along with, there is different types of the hormones also secretes by the placenta, and relaxin hormone also secretes by the placenta. But in NCERT textbook not given, NCERT textbook only, in NCERT textbook only 4 hormones given. So that only we need to discuss HCG, HPL, estrogen and progesterone. So these hormones are helpful for maintenance of pregnancy and lining of uterus and for fetus growth. So what is the function of, what are the functions of these hormones? These hormones are helpful for maintenance of pregnancy. Throughout the pregnancy, these hormones are going to be secreted by the placenta and lining of the uterus. So that is the most important, because why? What is the reason? Because of whatever the blastocyst is tightly embedded with the endometrium wall of the uterus. So maintenance of wall of the uterus is the most important throughout the pregnancy. So that should be leads by estrogen and both progesterone hormones also, earlier we discussed it. And for fetus growth, so for the growth and development of the fetus also, these 4 hormones are going to be helpful, right? And next, in the latter phase of the pregnancy, relaxin also secreted by the ovary. After completion of pregnancy, latter phase of pregnancy, so before parturition, latter phase of pregnancy, the relaxin hormone is also secreted by the ovaries. Some of the relaxin which is secreted from the placenta also, and relaxin which is secreted from the ovary. So when it is secreted, at the initial stage of pregnancy or latter phase of pregnancy? This is latter phase of pregnancy. After this clear? So what is the function of relaxin? Earlier we discussed relaxin which is secreted from the ovary. The function of relaxin is relaxes pubic symphysis. For what purpose? For the purpose of parturition, baby delivery, right? And during pregnancy, only which hormones are produces? So in that, at the time of the pregnancy, which hormones are produces? Only which hormones are produces during pregnancy? So HCG, HPL and relaxin. Why? See here, during pregnancy only which hormones are produces? HCG, HPL and relaxin. Why? Because estrogen and progesterone are going to be produces from the ovary at the time of normal menstrual cycle also. So during pregnancy only which hormones are produces? HCG, HPL and relaxin. These 3 relaxin hormones, these 3 hormones are going to be produces at the time of pregnancy only. Clear? Don't confuse, right? So next one. At the time of the pregnancy, there is different types of the hormones which are presented in the female's body. The levels of hormones are going to be increases. So which hormones are going to be, which levels of hormones are going to be increases in the maternal blood, in the mother's blood? Estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, and there are different types of the hormones also going to be increases at the time of pregnancy. So which hormones are, which hormone level is increases at the time of pregnancy? Estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, prolactin and thyroxine, right? So what is the functions of these hormones? What purpose these hormones levels are increases in the maternal blood? So the functions of these hormones supporting fetal growth. For fetal growth and development, these are hormones are required, and metabolic changes in the mother. The mother metabolism, obviously it is going to be difference is takes place at the time of pregnancy. So the metabolism is changes in the mother which is maintained by these hormones, and complete maintenance of pregnancy. At the time of the pregnancy, which hormones are going to be increases, level is going to be increases in the maternal blood? Estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, prolactin and thyroxine. So what is the functions? Supporting fetal growth, metabolic changes in the mother and maintenance of pregnancy. Up to this clear all of you, right? So once again I am repeating the placental hormones. So what is placental hormones at the time of the pregnancy? What type of the hormones are placenta releases? HCG, HPL, estrogen and progesterone. What is HCG? Human chorionic gonadotropin. So what is HPL? Human placental lactogen, right? And estrogen and progesterone, these 4 hormones which are released from the placenta at the time of pregnancy. So what is the function of these hormones? These hormones are helpful for maintenance of pregnancy and lining of the uterus, maintenance of lining of the uterus, and for fetus growth and development. In the latter phase of pregnancy, what type of the hormone is secreted from the ovary? That is relaxin. For what purpose? For the purpose of parturition, right? So during pregnancy only, which hormones are produced? During pregnancy time only, which hormones are produced? Those are HCG, HPL and relaxin. So these 3 hormones are not produced at the time of normal menstrual cycle and normal time. These 3 hormones are not going to be produced. So confirmation of pregnancy test in the urine of the female, so that is going to be presence of HCG hormone. If HCG hormone is present, that female is pregnant. That is a confirmation of pregnancy test. And next one, so there is different types of the hormones levels are increases in the maternal blood at the time of the pregnancy. During pregnancy, those are estrogen, progesterone, cortisol, prolactin and thyroxine. So what is the hormones function? What is the function of the hormones? Supporting fetal growth and metabolic changes in the mother and maintenance of pregnancy. After this, clear all of you? Right. And next one, extra embryonic membranes. The fetus is surrounded by 4 different types of the membranes. Those are called extra embryonic membranes. The developing fetus is surrounded by the 4 different types of the membrane are called extra embryonic membranes, are also called fetal membranes. So how many membranes are presented? 4. So this information not there in NCERT, but a diagram given just for your information, right? Just for your reference. So those 4 membranes are, fetal membranes are what? Amnion, chorion, allantois and yolk sac. Amnion, chorion, allantois and yolk sac. So these 4 membranes are called fetal membranes. Fetal membranes are also called extra embryonic membrane, right? So chorion is the outermost membrane of the fetus. So fetus outermost membrane is chorion, right? And fetus is immediately surrounded by the which membrane? Embryo or developing fetus is immediately surrounded by which membrane? Amnion. So between amnion and chorion there is amniotic fluid is presented. So by the amniotic fluid, presence of amniotic fluid and chorion, the fetus is going to be safely protected. The protection of the fetus which takes place by the presence of chorion and amnion. Clear? Right. Next one, allantois and yolk sac. Allantois, collection of liquid waste from the embryo. So there is a stalk like structure is presented, that is called as a posterior side, of the embryo is called allantois. That is the function of allantois is collection of liquid waste from the embryo. And next one, yolk sac, the anterior region of the fetus. Yolk sac, there is a small yolk sac is presented. So what is the function of yolk sac? Yolk sac function is providing nourishment to embryo in earlier days of pregnancy. That is the important. So yolk sac provide nourishment to the embryo is earlier days of pregnancy. So at the time of earlier stage of the pregnancy, the placenta formation is not takes place. So that time the embryo is feeded by, the embryo is nourished by yolk sac. So after that there is a formation of placenta is takes place. So through the placenta there is exchange of materials is takes place from the mother to developing embryo, developing fetus. After this, clear all of you, right? So extra embryonic membranes are fetal membranes. How many extra embryonic membranes or fetal membranes are presented? 4, right? So what are they? Amnion, chorion and allantois and